What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've done a separate dedicated video. I've been focused on doing live streams, and I've been very busy with working at or in the Discord, interacting with people, talking with people, which is one of the most fun parts about being in this crypto space. I love talking and interacting with people. I've been working on my own Twitter channel as well, where I try to share as much useful information as possible. I think we all know that Twitter is super fast going, so every piece of news gets shared instantly over there, good or bad, sadly. Uh, but yeah, a lot's been happening. I think it was highly due to do another dedicated video. I will talk a little bit about the markets today, uh, about altcoins mainly, because currently I'm more focused on altcoins. I'm buying altcoins. I've been buying Ethereum, XRP, amongst others. I will get into that in the rest of the video. But yeah, mainly the focus is on altcoins. I think we're all hoping for this big altcoin season. Um, I don't think we'll see 100x's on these bigger cryptos, but like I said, I will get into it in the rest of the video. Yeah, let's just jump into that. All right, so here we are at my personal Twitter page. I have it linked in the description below if you want to follow it, or if you just want to check it out and look a little bit about what I post. But I post articles like this, where I think, where I think we're headed, what I think is important, what I think is interesting to know. The statistics I personally look at, and yeah, as I said before, I think Twitter is the news channel for crypto and everything related to it. And yeah, I think it's very important to keep an eye on that. And I try to filter out the best parts of it, and I try to share that on my channel. So yeah, a little bit of shameless self promotion in here. And now we're back at CoinMarketCap, at where I always start my videos, or like to start my videos, because I think it's where I personally start looking at every time I open my computer. I go to CoinMarketCap. All right, where are we at today? And well, even though it's a bit of a red day, we are above that $4 trillion market cap. If you've watched any of my streams or any of my previous videos, you know I think this is an important level, possibly even more important than all the other indicators, because this means that the amount of new money on the open markets in crypto is slowly rising. Even though it's red, even though it's a red day today, and people are a little bit on the fence, you can see that because we're at the very middle. Even though we're in supposedly in an altcoin season, we're still a little bit undecided on the RSI and a little bit red today. But there is new money in crypto, because when we started these videos, I think I'm up to close to 80 videos now. But when we started, we were at $3 trillion out of the top of my head. So there is a considerable rise, and we can see that if we look further back. If we zoom out on the charts, we see both Bitcoin and Ethereum have done really well. Personally, I feel like Ethereum, Solana, and the other bigger blue chip altcoins are basically are next. And why do I think they're next? Because I've shared this on my Twitter page, we've seen these bigger companies buying up massive amounts of Bitcoin. Then they started buying Ethereum, and they've posted what they're buying. They're also posting what their holdings will be, what these ETFs are looking for. And usually a lot of them hold like the top 10 crypto, or at least a Solana, XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, possibly some SUI or others, even though it's number 14. So if these bigger companies are buying it, they're expecting to make a profit on it. And it's similar to how we act, or at least how I act. I buy an asset expecting to make a profit on it in the future. Now, I personally, I'm looking long term. So yes, a 50% gain in a month, like Ethereum did last month or 2 months ago. Obviously, you're going to take some profits, because a 50% increase on an asset is a very high amount, and it's smart to take some profits in order to be able to buy the dip back later. I never sell everything, but I take profits here and there along the way, so we can buy on days like this, even though it's not very red today. So it doesn't really warrant a big DCA buy for me yet, but that is the main logic behind all this. Now, as I said, I'm looking for 10 years. I'm looking for assets which I expect will be there in 10 years and will rise. Now, what is the best game plan in my eyes to do that? And the easiest way to do that is focus on what these bigger companies are buying. They know more than we do. They know more. They have more money. They have more power. All we can do is basically follow the waves they are creating. So I think that is a very sensible thing to do. I'm mainly focused on that right now. I'm buying it more than I am Bitcoin because the percentage increase will be bigger. And why will they be bigger? Because the market caps are much smaller. So in order for Bitcoin's price to double to 230-ish, this market cap would have to double as well. And in order for Ethereum to double, this market cap would have to double as well. But you can see that it is a much smaller amount in order to push the price to that level. And then we get to XRP, which requires even less money to achieve that same goal, that same increase, that same 2 or 3x even is still possible, while not close to or not even surpassing Ethereum. So that is what I'm looking for. Smaller market caps which will be moved easier, which will be here in the future, but the percentage increase will be bigger than Bitcoin. And if you look at the last couple of years, you can see that even though the altcoins didn't really do too well, but you can see that the percentage movements are much bigger. So yes, they dropped more, but we were able to buy them cheaper as well. And considering even Ethereum reached a new all-time high, you could have had much more profit in comparison to just buying Bitcoin. Now, I will never say buying Bitcoin is a bad idea because Bitcoin did really well as well. But I think there is a lot of profit to be made on the altcoins as well. And that is where the focus is right now. And like I said, I share these things on my Twitter page as well. And I think that is the aim we're looking at. Now, for Bitcoin, if we look at the charts, I think this, for now, is our new resistance level. We dropped considerably down in order to my past buying levels, but we did start to increase. Now, what I basically want to see Bitcoin do around here, around these levels, we want to see some sideways movements. I predicted it on my live stream a few weeks ago, which was basically at this level as well. And we dropped a bit further down, but I still consider this sideways movements. Even though people were panicking, I wasn't worried at all because we need volume on Bitcoin to start moving into Ethereum, which we saw. I mean, we saw big movements either buying or selling, but we saw volume shift to Ethereum. And the first time we shot up, the second time we sadly broke down, but we started this little channel here. Now, by the looks of it, we're rejecting that. We rejected this level again. We're now in this channel again, but maybe, just maybe, we get a little bit of a bull flag here. But I'm now making this video quite late on a Sunday. But let's say maybe Monday, Tuesday, we start seeing this little break up. It can be a breakdown again as well, but I still think markets considerably are still quite bullish, and we're still seeing positive influx in the markets. Like, even though we went down, there wasn't big sell-offs. There weren't really big buys either, but these were still all green candles. So there is enough buying pressure to negate that sells. And we saw this little shot up here. So now I think we're going to hit that 5K very soon. And I mean, we got close in the past. I think we're going to hit it and maybe break it already, possibly more towards the end of the year. But I think we're poised really well. I've been doing buys all along this level. So even though we're right now a little bit undecided, we're okay. And still, in the next 10 years, like I drew this blue line, like I definitely expect Ethereum to grow along this period, as Bitcoin will do as well. Because honestly, if we look at the monthly, this is still, crypto is still very new. Crypto is still very new asset wise. There's still massive amounts of profits to be made. The markets are still really small compared to stock markets or financial markets. And I don't see a reason why over the next few years we start steadily climbing. It will not be a straight line. There will be big dips along the way. But the cheaper we can get it before we need it, the better. So I'm not worried at all. I'm very positive for the next few years, because like we can say whatever we want about Trump and his government and whatever, but he is pushing massively for crypto adoption, which is really good for us because we are the early adopters. We're here now, we're buying here now, and we're ahead of the curve on this. And all we have to do is keep up those buys. Now, in order to do that, because I even catch myself sometimes forgetting to place a trade, forgetting to buy an asset, uh, I wanted to talk a little bit about BitUnix. I do that quite often, but they added a new feature, and it's called Spot Auto Invest. Now, if you use it on your phone, you can even back test it to it will show you the profit you would have made had you bought Bitcoin like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or Ethereum for that matter. But let's say right now I'm focused on Ethereum, and let's say Ethereum and XRP. So I want to buy 50% ETH, 50% XRP, and let's say I want to buy $100 every month. So let's say monthly plan spot DCA, and we put it on monthly, and we put a buy it on the first day. I don't really care about the time, and I want to buy now. So next auto invest time, we can put in a price range in order to limit it. But I think the strong point about this is if we just keep buying every month without looking, we just fully automate this, we deposit money and don't look at it. You can still trade, you can still do other things on the side. But in my experience, like buying is more important than timing your buy. Like time in the market is better than timing the market. And I think this is a very easy tool to use because it'll take all the guesswork out of it and it'll just keep buying on the back end and it'll stack up over time. Like it is a very easy tool to use. Right now, I personally haven't used it. You can see it because I kind of want to keep it clean. I want to do a whole video series about this and try to basically every month do a little update about this. And I will do that in the very near future because I think it's just a super easy tool to use. Now, if you want to do this as well and you want to follow along, I have links to BitUnix in the description below, and you actually get some free trading bonuses. So if you use that link, you get some free training bonuses, which you can also use for this. Yeah, maybe that'll help you at least get your journey started. And yeah, if not, just watch my videos, watch what I do, or make your very own plan. It's all up to you. This is something I'm debating to do, and I'm probably going to do this. So yeah, I think it's a cool tool to use. And I just wanted to do this little video and give you all a little update of what I'm doing, what I've been busy with. And yeah, there will be a lot more videos to come. All right. Thank you all for watching this. And I will see you on the next one. Have a great night, day, whatever time it is over there.